Hey guys, it's Jessica Wilkinson, your awesome young adult services librarian, and today is the last day I'm going to talk about the books that were published in 2020 that can be entered for a book tournament. So don't forget to come into the teen space because this is the last week we're taking nominations. All right, let's get started. The first book is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. The year is 1926, and the Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. A blood feud between two gangs runs the streets red, leaving the city helpless in the grip of chaos. At the heart of it all is 18-year-old Juliet Kai, a former flapper who has returned to assume her role as the proud heir of the Scarlet Gang, a network of criminals far above the law. Their only rivals in power are the White Flowers, who have fought the Scarlets for generations. And behind every move is their heir, Roma Montagov, Juliet's first love and first betrayal. But when gangsters on both sides show signs of instability culminating in clawing their own throats out, the people start to whisper of a contagion, a madness, of a monster in the shadows. And the deaths stack up. Juliet and Roma must set their guns and grudges aside and work together. For if they can't stop this mayhem, then there will be no city left for either to rule. The second book is Even If We Break by Marique Nijkamp. 5 friends go to a cabin. 4 of them are hiding secrets. 3 years of history bind them. 2 are doomed from the start. 1 person wants to end this. No one is safe. Are you ready to play? The third book is Sensational by Jody Lynn Jacques. In 1889, Exposition Universelle in Paris is full of innovations, cultural displays, and inventions. Millions of visitors attend over the course of several months, so no one would notice if a few were missing, right? Maybe, but someone is celebrating the 100th anniversary of the guillotine with a display of their own, beheaded victims in some of the exposition's most popular exhibits. Natalie Bowden's ability to see murder scenes should help, but she's suffering the effects of her magic more than ever before. Fortunately, she has other insightfuls to team up with, if they can be trusted. The fourth book is Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour. Mila is used to being alone. Maybe that's why she said yes to the opportunity, living in this remote place among the flowers and the fog and the crash of waves far below. But she hadn't known about the ghosts. Newly graduated from high school, Mila has aged out of the foster care system, so when she's offered a job and a place to stay at a farm on an isolated part of the Northern California coast, she immediately accepts. Maybe she will finally find a new home, a real home. The farm is a refuge, but also haunted by the past traumas its young residents have come to escape, and Mila's own terrible memories are starting to rise to the surface. The last book is The Scapegracers by Hannah Abigail Clark. Sulking near the bottom of West High's social pyramid, Sideways Pike lurks under the bleachers, doing magic tricks for Coke bottles. As a witch, lesbian, and lifelong outsider, she's had a hard time making friends. But when the 3 most popular girls pay her $40 to cast a spell at their Halloween party, Sideways gets swept into a new clique. The unholy trinity are dangerous angels, sugar-coated rattlesnakes, and now, unbelievably, Sideways' best friends. Together, the 4 bond to form a ferocious and powerful coven. They plan parties, cast curses on dude bros, try to find Sideways a girlfriend, and elude the fundamentalist witch hunters hell-bent on stealing their magic. But for Sideways, the hardest part is the whole having friends thing. Who knew that balancing human interaction with supernatural peril could be so complicated? Rich with the urgency of feral youth, the Scapegracers explores growing up and complex female friendships with all the rage of a teenage girl. It subverts the trope of competitive mean girls and instead portrays a mercilessly supportive clique of diverse and vivid characters. It is an atmospheric, voice-driven novel of the occult, and the first of a 3-book series. Thank you all for listening, and this was the last talk that I'm going to do about just books in general published in 2020. Starting in December, we'll go by themes such as science fiction and maybe some holiday stories. Thank you guys for listening.